Hello. So I know because this is a Dinobot knockoff, Dinobot knockoff, Dinobot. This should be my third knockoff. Third? No, second knockoff. But I'm getting impatient, and I just picked something up yesterday, and I want to review it. So that's what you're getting. Transformers, Robots in Disguise, Deployer Overload. You know what? I'm trying to change the light in so you can see the colour more accurately, and you really can't. So I might as well get a bit of light so you can actually see the figure. Oh dear me. On the go adjustments because I'm professional, boys and girls. So yeah, isn't he the absolute meat bust that the Decepticons needed? Oh my word! Look at this guy. He is a powerhouse. Unfortunately, he is one of the most hollow Transformers of all time. This is kind of like a Legion class figure that's been scaled up. But I don't care. A lot of people are complaining about that, but see, people are saying they would much rather have had a warrior class of this figure rather than a deployer. I understand that. I understand that perfectly well. Like Fracture and Drift, which I completely forgot to get ready for this review because I'm impatient. But Fracture and Drift, both of these are deployers, they both look terrible, so I got the warrior class versions. But this guy, they haven't done a warrior class version yet. And, pardon me, I don't know, I like the deployer gimmick with him. It's kind of like he was made specifically to do it. Even the character, it's kind of like he was made to do it. I mean, I don't know. Just something about it. I really like this guy being a deployer. Just do. He's big, hefty. There's loads of detail in him, which you probably can't pick up. But he's just. I mean, he's hollow. He's very, very hollow. He feels quite light and flimsy. Well, no, he doesn't even feel flimsy. He's just hollow. But I really like him. I really like him. I can't help it. I just do. It's just I don't. I just like him. I liked him as soon as I saw him, and I went out yesterday looking for some knockoffs because my knockoffs selection is there's still quite a few there, but they're not very good. If you know what I mean, they're not even funny. They're just pretty poor. So I went off knockoff hunting yesterday, and even the places where I knew I could get knockoffs, one of them didn't have any more, which was terrible, and the other one I can get a knockoff for £10 English. £10. That's way too much. I'm just. I might get it one day because I might have to, but no chance in hell. No, 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 no. Sorry if that's slightly sweary for some people, but no, no way. Anyway, this guy's a beef boss. He's got a gun that he can't put down, but I'm okay with that. He's got. I haven't actually tried it. I'm guessing that's a 5mm tube, so he can put other weapons in. And he's just kind of cool. And he comes with Backtrack. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, Bakugan." This is the third type of deployer they've had. They've had rockets. They've had discs. What other shape can they come out with that Bakugan hasn't done? Give them a chance, people. But yeah, he's come with this little guy, and we'll transform him. You go in the side here and pull the hands out a little bit. And then you've got to try and wriggle these pieces out and down, and that kind of pops the head up. It doesn't lock. I'll say one thing against it. It doesn't lock. But, you know, He's got a little hinge there for the arm, which is quite a nice touch. And yeah, he's just a little weird little guy. And can I get any kind of light on this? Weird little guy. He's got a... This is the kind of glare that you normally see on a Starscream, okay? He's got a properly sort of like, yeah, kind of look on him, which is really cool. That, I believe, is a cannon built into the chest. These are supposed to be like 4 little spindly legs. And yeah, he's just a little weird guy. I quite like that. He comes with all the add-on stuff, the weirdy little translucent armour, but... pardon me. I'm not really a fan of that, so I'm not going to waste my time doing it today. But yeah, I forgot to mention, this guy's like a proper sort of almost kind of dark turquoise. My lighting again is making it just kind of look like a pale powdery blue, but it's turquoise, and he's like a rich marine green. My lighting, I'm sorry, it's just what happens. But yeah, so you can fold him up into his little... I believe they call them cyclone minicons. I actually did some research last night. They call them cyclones. And he actually fits in the back. Which is quite cool. Alternatively, if you get the right side, there's that little slot there. There are these tabs on the shoulders. There's one on both sides. And you can just tab onto that. Which looks a little bit silly, but I don't know. I kind of like it. And something I had at the start of the video, which, yeah, you can kind of fold this neck piece up. You know, like bikers have the neckerchief kind of things, and they can pull them up over their mouths to stop them inhaling, insects and stuff. Can I do it with him? And he ends up like this. Now, this guy and him have pretty much been used in the Transformers RID series. The Robots in Disguise, not the old RID, which was actually probably maybe better. But these were actually used in it. There was an episode where Optimus Prime was getting trained by some little weird guy, and he had to protect some people from this, basically, with the eye. Now, I've put one bit of paint on this guy, and that is that eye. There is a slot. These two are already painted, but that isn't. So I just put some paint on that, and that's it. That's all I've done. Because in this episode, he's walking around like this, and he's actually got 4 of these guys. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they kind of like half submerge into the arms, like the deployers do in the series. But, whatever. I like the fact he's got a mask. That's quite cool. I do love the almost Centurion Mohican as well. That's really cool. And the ball at the back actually fills in the body, like he's supposed to be there. It's quite a nice little touch. So, we like him. We like him a lot. Transformation. We'll take this one out just for the sake of transformation. Bring the arms out of the way. Separate the legs, and bring this through. So this goes into the back, actually tabs in there with this little tab here. That comes through to there. Fold up the mask. And this is where it gets a little bit weird. You can kind of bring the body loose. It tabs in to the back here. Just kind of get that loose, and then it's got a hinge, and you bring it up and around. And then, see these little pieces here? That little bit sticking out there and there? They actually tab into the inside of the waist here. You bring that down, and that tabs together. Pardon me. Bend the legs at the knees, because that's about all the articulation you get in them. Now this, as far as I've seen, is really smooth on everyone else's. On mine, it's actually really stiff. I'm actually getting a little bit of stress marks here. Possibly one there. So I'm a little bit worried about this thing, but... There you go. So you get these shoulders, you fold them like that, bring them around, tab, slot, and it's the same on the other side, but it's a little bit more awkward because of the gun. Because the gun, this piece here, has gone to that piece there. So it just makes lining it up a little bit fiddly. So we got the side tabbed in. Come on, side. Get tapped in. There we go, right. Okay, and we'll fight with you, get you over there. There you go. That's all in place. Okay? And because the way the legs work, you can effectively have it. That's how hollow he is. He's really hollow. There's no getting around it. He is hollow. But I don't think it detracts from the figure. So you just bring this piece out, and then you've got to kind of straighten it all up like that. And then this is annoying because you just push it. Oh, it's going to do it this time. Now if you push it, it just bends here. But you actually want to get the whole thing up. And there's that little slot in there. And there's that little thing there, which you probably can't see. There's a little thing, this one here. And that goes and tabs onto there. If you tap it that way, it'll pop straight out, but it'll do. So we'll do this, straighten this all out, bend to there, and tab it in. Okay? And there we go. This is his tank mode. And you know what? I really like this. This looks like any generic tank bad guy you've seen in any Japanese roboty game ever. And I really appreciate it. It's insane, but it looks brilliant. I mean, this bit doesn't look great, but nitpicking, who cares? I mean, even in here, this detail, if you needed to, you could still have that as a gun if you wanted to. You know, without one of these, you could have that as a gun, because these guys fits in there. So now you could imagine that tonight. He's like, whatever. Now, this is a thing I've seen on a lot of people's reviews. See this button here? This fires the deployer gimmick. Doesn't work. Oh, this is rubbish, doesn't work. Oh, let's throw it at the bin because I'm really clever. No. What actually happens is, this is a safety feature, so kids don't just walk up to other friends and go, hey, look, shoot them in the face with it. What actually happens is, there's a little thing here. Just sticking out there. See that little round bit there? That is a safety feature. You're supposed to have this guy flat on a surface, but you can just push it in. And then it fires. Fires quite well. So, and then it pops back out. So, you know. So you just put it in there, lay it down, and fires pretty well, to be fair. Fires pretty well. And yeah. I like this guy. I really do. I liked him as soon as I saw him, and I was just like trying to talk myself into getting him. Yesterday when I went searching, hunting, whatever I said, I couldn't find anything. I was getting really annoyed. And I remembered at one point in Asda, which is a shop in the UK, it's paired with Walmart, so it's basically Walmart's... I was going to say something nasty then. It basically just works for Walmart. I went in there and I remember seeing this guy at one point for £15. But then the next time I saw him, it had gone back up to 20, and I was like, I'm not paying 20. So I went in there hoping it was back to 15, and I went in and it was like, £14. 14's quite good. We like 14. But wait, can't you buy more of these little guys? How much are these little guys? Ooh. £6.40 something. So basically, for just over £20, I got this one as well. This is Minicon blah 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 Hammer. And he is a nice spiky little orange ball. And he's quite cool. My thinking was, because they also had a, is it Fourth? Who's like a little rhino looking thing. But my thinking was, if this guy's almost Soundwave with his little fellas, then he should have a flying one. Kind of spoilers if you haven't seen this guy before, but basically you separate the wings from the body, which do kind of tab in. Bring it all the way out, like that. And then you can fold out the wings. And then you've got to turn this tail around. There's a hinge in there. Or swivel, rather. You turn it around. And it turns into this. Like, angry turkey-looking bird thing. Which, I don't think you can get any detail on my camera, but he has got, like, claws and stuff in here, and these two things kind of look like guns to me. He's nice and bladed and spiky and angry looking. And yeah, he's quite cool. He's he's kind of like a different Soundwave in my opinion. This is kind of the vibe I'm getting for him. And yeah, he's quite cool. We like him. We like him a lot. And again, he comes with all the armor stuff, but I really don't like the armor stuff. It makes him look a lot more imposing, but I don't like the fact there's nowhere to put it once you've taken it off. So I've literally got a bag with all the bits in. So we'll close him up and get it in there, get it in there, and take this guy out. And the ports at the back still work. So technically this guy could carry with him at all times 3. 1, 2, 3. I like that. If you don't want that in there, you can just peg it on the back there. There you go. How cool is that? That cost me just over 20 quid. I'm really happy with that. I might try and track down another one, which I think could be Fourth, which is a little rhino looking guy. I might try and get him to go in there. But yeah, I like these guys. Again, watching some of the clips yesterday, I saw these sort of guys before they met up with him, because apparently he didn't have them to start with. And he's an actor, from what I could see, which is a little bit weird. But a couple of these guys, before they met up with him, yeah, 2 of these guys, 2 of... Get down, there. 2 of these guys took out Fracture. Fracture was like, hey look, more minicons, they're working for me now. And they're like, nope, and just destroyed him, and left him unconscious. It's just kind of like, oh, okay, they're pretty cool, we like that. So, yeah. These guys are powerful. I don't know if they're more powerful than the other ones, or supposed to be, but... Ah, man. I don't know, I really like these guys. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure if I'm just silly or strange, or I should have done these treads first. I don't know, I just really like this guy. I don't care if he's hollow. I think you got to be able to look past that sort of thing. If that's the only thing that concerns you, like, oh no, he's hollow, don't like that, then there's something wrong with you, really. You've got to appreciate something for what it is. If you don't like something, you don't like something. But, you know, you can't just look at something like this and go, it's alright, don't like it though. It's just, you can't half-heart it. Come on, guys. And so, yeah. These are my current babies. I'm really, really happy with these guys. Like, really happy with these guys. Ah, man. So that's the team, and just quickly put these back into their ball modes so I can show you how silly he looks with both of them on his arms. Which I don't actually mind, because he's that bulky and weird looking that it kind of works. The only problem with putting this guy back is there are holes in his wings that go to tabs on his body, and you've got to kind of make sure it all lines up properly. Tab on there. But yeah. He's awesome. He just is. A couple of these joints are a little bit loose, but floor polish, it's not a big deal. Yeah. But while I was out, I also found, for 50 pence, that's 50p, boys and girls, I found this guy. I can't even remember what he's called. He was Classics Legion Starscream or something. I can't remember. But I found him for 50p. It was like, yeah, alright. I tried to hold back my smug grin when I bought it from this nice old lady. Because I'm a terrible person. But yeah, he's quite fun. There's not a lot of articulation, but you know what? I didn't think I was going to get anything. I hadn't seen him at this point, so 50p Starscream's a 50p Starscream. So transformation, arms out, head up, fold the head back a bit, fold the shoulders up and into there. So you end up with that. Bring the legs out. Well, these pieces fold out on a hinge, and then you kind of bring them up, and there's a tab on the back of the leg there. You just about see it. It goes into the hole in the wing there. Like, it does go in there. There we go. And the same on this side. And you fold that through, and you hold this down. Hey, Starscream, what's happening? Turn the nose around so the face is down. Then these pieces just fold over the top. I know that wasn't a particularly in-depth thing, but this isn't really his review. This is just an added bonus of what I found yesterday. And you end up with, apart from these really silly looking intakes, you know, the legs just right there, and the fact there's another cockpit, which I wasn't very happy about, but whatever, you actually end up with quite a nice looking Starscream from the top. That's quite a nice looking Starscream. These were about £3-4 in the shop last time they were on sale, and that was about 6-8 months ago, something like that. And I just went and got him for 50p. I'm happy. I'm more than happy. That works for me. So yeah, this is my haul yesterday. These guys cost me what, about £21. And next time I get a chance, I'm going to get another one of these guys, so I can have one on each. Yeah, one on each side, and one in the back there. Because it's just cool. It is. So yeah, that's me rambling, and yeah, sorry about the knockoff and all the rest of it. I know I like doing knockoffs, but they're getting a bit thin on the ground at the minute, so. Anyway, I shall let you all go now, and I'll be back next time with Grimlock. So, I shall be ugly, I shall be wretched, I shall see all of you in the next properly scheduled video. Doodles.